going on, my unemployed brethren? Today I actually have some really interesting Danny's World news. After my thorough research of a lot of Toon dialogue that I grinded for myself, I very swiftly came to a conclusion that there's a specific character that basically changed their entire identity. Not basically, they did. And I want to look into that a lot more. In other news, I'm still waiting for CG5 to play with me. In case you guys didn't know, CG5 did comment on my video, but that's been it so far. Doesn't mean it can't happen. Also, hold on, you guys gotta check this out. This is actually so sick. So currently in Danny's World, when you're playing the game, the only way you know information about your teammates is when you hover over them. For example, if I'm just hanging out in the normal lobby of a Danny's World server, if I turn on loadouts, when I hover over toons, I can see what trinkets they're using. That's the only thing in-game. And when you're in-game, same thing. When you hover over them, you can see how many hearts someone has. But that's actually it. However, one of the games Danny's World takes inspiration from is a game called Dead by Daylight. And as you can see right here in the game, they have this system on the left side of your screen, right? So there's this system in the game that slowly eliminates players. That lets you know when someone's on a hook, and it shows you their time limits. Basically, either way, all you gotta know is this gives you information about your teammates. If they're being chased, which would be very useful in Danny's World if you could see if someone was being chased. Are you kidding me? Or if someone was hurt and you had an ability like, I don't know, Sprout, where you could see that they are injured on the left side of the screen. How freaking fire would that be? It could also show, and like it does in Dead by Daylight, who's currently working on a machine. How actually cool would that be? Well, today we can theorize about it all that we want. However, someone actually made what this UGI would look like. Striking rhubarb. I just want to say, dude, fire idea. I feel like Danny's World should let you have more information about your teammate's status in game. And the screenshot they share is, oh my god, it look. I love game optimizations like this. You know, Quell and Danny's World loves quality of life updates. This is the freaking one, dude. The immediate counter argument to this, right, is if you can see someone else's hearts. Guys, should I be scared? I don't have permission to join my own Danny's World server. We're good. But the immediate pushback is Sprout, right? Where this toon can see where all other alive toons are, along with their current health status. A lot of people would be like, okay, but doesn't that make overprotective useless? Well, no. Because simply put, when you're playing as Sprout and you see the other toons highlighted, naturally, you would just give Sprout more information. For example, if it's a 3-heart toon and they're hit once, their aura would be yellow. Or if they're a main or they're on 1-hit territory, anyone that being, they would be red. You know, there's constant workarounds to this, yeah? Guys, I haven't had a video like this in a while. I'm having so much fun. Something that I didn't even consider or think about is seeing how soon their ability is to popping. So instead of saying, I need healing, I need healing, I need healing, like Genji from Overwatch, you can literally see how long it's going to take for your Cosmo to heal you. Or you can find out if your teammates are dirty little liars. Hey, Shelly, use your ability on me. I can. It's on cooldown. Lies. I feel like this is such a simple concept, but it'd be super useful and fix some of the issues with public runs, especially since Danny's World is teamwork-based game. It'd make public runs at least a bit more bearable. Also, you might be wondering what would happen to Sprout's I didn't even know that they talked about it. Instead of tracking Toon's health, he could track tapes instead, which, wow, that might be better than my idea. That's better than my idea. Dude, this guy, you know what? That's my second time I've followed someone on Reddit. This guy deserves it. I think this is actually the best idea I've ever seen in the game. And I'm not saying that as a content creator. Like, this is actually so good. Top comment is, not gonna lie, good idea, my friend. Will also make Sprout way better since he can know who got hit and see where they are and if he should go to them or not. So yeah, good idea. See, I feel like having too much information thrusted on screen would be bad for the horror aspect and give players more reasons to hate playing on mobile since the UI would need to be tiny. This is fair pushback. As the example I showed here, you can only play Dead by Daylight on console or PC, not mobile. This is a very good point. Would it be too much? Well, you know what? I blindly trust the creator of this post. So what did they say? As for the first reason, the game is scary at first. But let's be honest, once you play more and understand the mechanics, the horror aspect fades away. That's natural for multiplayer horror games. For example, with Dead by Daylight, you hit the nail on the head. The first couple games you play, it's horrifying, and then you get used to it, and then it's like, oh, this isn't that scary after all. For the user interface, if Quill actually added a concept like this, she would include 3 size options for the new interface: small, medium, and large, which I actually don't know how that's much of an argument in the first place, considering what they just did to the elevator system. We all know it's clear how much Quill and Danny's World cares about quality of life updates, right? For example, Exhibit A in the flesh, literally this button right here, where you can literally change in just the elevator, where you spend 1 minute of the game, you can change the sizes of the toons. Same thing with the trinkets. I definitely see this in the stars for Dandy's World. What a fire concept. Moving on from that, there is a character that I wanted to talk about who's kind of been passed around this update in a sense of I'm confused. And that character is Connie Buliansky, or is it? There's been a few dialogues that have really left me confused with Connie. For example, let me farm the gossip of Connie with Gourdy here, right? I spent a lot of time with other Halloween toons, and they're really great. It's hard to wait with them sometimes, so I'm happy I get to see Toodles during the season. Me and her like to play pretend. Usually she like pretending that Garden View is still open. Sorta wish it wasn't pretend, but that's fine. That wasn't the interaction. I just really like that one. Hey, don't tell anyone about this, but I do have a little something on my mind. I don't really understand why Buliansky doesn't like her name anymore. I think this stuff had her sort of change her name no matter what. Maybe it's just I miss when she was Buliansky, cause I miss when she was around. I try to call her Connie though. So it seems like Connie's original name was Buliansky. Here's the interaction that I got with the Eclipse and Connie the other day, where Eclipse is like, "Hi, Buliansky, hi!" And then Connie says, "Hey, Eclipse, it's Connie." "Oh, right, oopsie, sorry." And then Connie asks about holding the crew together and how Eclipse is her replacement. Not essentially her replacement. Eclipse is her replacement. And so mixed with those things, there's some weird shenanigans that happen with Connie that leads her to not want to be associated to her old name. We do have a theory about it, but my own personal theory: Connie does not have a last name. Connie used to be named Buliansky when she was a Halloween toon, but she became so popular, she became a regular toon in canon. She was named Connie Buliansky when she was, quote, Epic Mickey OC. But when she got out of Danny's World, her name got changed to just Connie. So considering that Connie Buliansky was, quote, Epic Mickey OC, my theory is completely invalid. After becoming a regular toon, and after disliking her real name, Buliansky changed her name to Connie. Connie is her nickname, and Buliansky is still her real name, but Buliansky is not Connie's last name. But like all regular toons, she does not have one. Only the mains and lethals have last names. I'm actually gonna cut my theory from this video because it actually doesn't make any sense, like, at all anymore. Before I wrap up this video, I decided to watch 2 TikToks. And I just want to say, after just scrolling a little bit, the Danny's World TikTok scene has gotten so much worse. But we got a Poyle loves you, and we do like and respect her around here. So let's go ahead and check this out. I don't want copyrighted. So this video really made Arthur, like, out in a positive light, which is fair. So either way, ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of your guys' twisted research and shenanigans inside of Danny's World have been good. I just keep getting trolled and trolled and trolled. I don't get Gourdy, so I'm hoping to be able to grind the game a little bit again on live stream so I can get Gourdy with y'all. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching my videos as always, and I'll see you guys all again soon.